I mean, you can expose, and y'all can look through my life and everything that you've seen happen since we all started working together. What happens with exposures? You make yourself vulnerable to all kinds of attacks, seen and unseen.
Real life. If it ain't real life, it ain't real life. Just ain't real life street star. You know what time it is.
Yeah, let me ask you. And you shouted out Zoe Kravitz on Pierce Morgan, in the Blink Twice movie.
Yeah.
And of course, you gave us a breakdown on our own channel. Go watch that as far as the breakdown of that. But one thing I want to ask you, as far as in the Blink Twice movie, with Channing Tatum's, I don't want to call it his demise, were you satisfied with the ending? In which, please explain.
I would have done the exact same thing she did.
Become the wife.
The truth is, in my own way, I have. She already knows that the system is set up to not believe her, to work against her. She already knows she's a Black woman and that her word against a white man still means nothing. But if the white man is vouching for her, say, and if she's the one that's influencing what's happening behind the scenes. See, the only way you have a problem with the ending of that movie is if you don't understand power and control.
We would like to see the puppet master.
If you want to keep from getting your strings pulled, you better learn how to pull some strings yourself.
Bars.
And she, all of the women that she saved by locking him down, and it cut off the head of that hydra, of that nasty little network of abusers.
So not expose it, but control it.
Yeah. I mean, you can expose, and y'all can look through my life and everything that you've seen happen since we all started working together. What happens with exposures? You make yourself vulnerable to all kinds of attacks, seen and unseen.
Yeah, that's facts.
But what if I had decided to go back with my head held low and said, Sean, I'm willing to play the game, and then found a way to get inside of him and move him around? That's all that happened.
Yeah.
She made sure that her victimizer could never victimize her or anyone else again. So the people that saw that as offensive buy into the belief that this is fair. Let's just be real. How the hell is any of this we're talking about actually happening in real life without the authorities knowing about it, having some knowledge of it, and no control of stopping
it? You pay off the police.
Yeah, but why is it being said that police have been paid off, authorities have been paid off, it's being proven that people are being paid off, and there's no major news story about those police officers being investigated, about those people being arrested, about those people being shut down? Why is qualified immunity creating blanket coverages for perverts in and out of the system? They got hip hop cops and none of these seen those kids? You got 15 different people in the past 10 years go and do interviews with Vlad, calling themselves hip hop cops. Y'all saw none of this. And you didn't go and take any of this to the higher ups. You didn't take it to the commissioner. You didn't take it to the police oversight committee. Why is it just falling on the bad guys? Why isn't it falling on? I mean, honestly, if we really take an honest look at all of this that's going on, it's making the American justice system and our police force look totally inept.
I've always believed, because I believe the war on drugs.
Yeah.
It's like Big Pharma. It's not profitable to stop it. We don't want to stop y'all from selling drugs. We don't want to stop this human trafficking. We want
election year.
Yeah, we need.
Let's make it look like we care about the people again.
Right.
And then let's get them to vote for a bitch that don't care about the people at all.
Oh, now you're trying to go somewhere. Now you're trying to go somewhere.
We can leave it right where I drive.
Yeah. Political jack.
No, they don't want me to get political.
They don't want you to get
Because if I get political, a bunch of men are going to walk through that door. They're going to put a black bag over my head, put twisty ties around here. They're going to drag me out of here and tell any of you, if you say anything, you're dead.
Right. They like entertainment jack. They stay in the entertainment industry. That's what they like. That's what they like.
Well, if we're not going to go political...
Poor baby. You're like, oh, it's gonna be a rough week. Oh, goddamn it, I love you, but shut up.
Let's go deeper. Let's go a little spiritual.
Sure.
Off camera, you talked about your tattoo.
Yeah.
Can you tell the people about your tattoo? I find that very interesting.
My star?
Yes.
It's a cover-up.
What's on the cover? What was before
It
the
covered
cover?
up the goat's mask that sat at the top of my spine.
What is that?
It was a Baphomet.
And for the people that don't know what that is, can you explain what that is?
It is a symbol that you are protected by the devil and that you are one of the devil's own. No different than Black China had.
Right. And what made you get this tattoo?
Protection.
Right.
I just wanted them to leave me alone.
And by having this tattoo, you were protected at the time.
Left alone.
Left alone.
They want you to wear their symbols. People don't understand that all of these things have a much greater meaning. They want you to feel loyalty. They want you to show the rest of the world that you believe in what they believe in.
Right.
They tag us. Those who refuse to be tagged get persecuted. Those who choose to go along with it and pretend like it doesn't exist.
So, can I ask you, what was your moment of clarity to even want to cover it up? Like, what was that moment of clarity for you to say,
My son's dead body. There is no protection.
Are there any other tattoos that we normally look at and be like, oh, that's cool, but it really has a deeper meaning?
A lot. You have to pay attention to the house they're coming from. You have to pay attention to the way the tags are set up. It was the mask and horns, and then he added the smoke to try to make it look like it was more cartoonish or whatever, but it was what it was. You start etching these things into your skin and your DNA, it becomes a part of you. There is a spiritual aspect to all of this that people aren't recognizing. You know, there's a reason why everyone's wearing so much red these days. There's a reason why all of these checkered themes are coming. These are all Masonic totems and emblems.
If you don't want to engrave your skin, is there anything else that you can do to your body that shows that you're part of this?
Hurt it. Or give it up to be hurt. You know, a lot of people that end up at these wild parties and in these wild ceremonies, because see, everyone's thinking freak off, freak off, freak off. But what you're not thinking is ritualistic human sacrifice.
Right.
Whether or not you're offering up your sexuality or offering up your life force. It's energy, it's transfer. So for Whitney Houston to be unalived in that hotel room, and for him to wait to start the party right as her spirit was completely leaving her,
Wow.
says a lot. You know,
And Jack, what I was gonna say was, and even in the Piers Morgan interview, he was asking about what happens at these parties. You know, we've seen visual evidence to where, you know, again, Nature Boy is locked up for life, but he himself had visual evidence of him wanting to take advantage of a woman or make love or whatever you want to call it, while other women are dancing in the ritualistic dance around them.
These are all
I'm like,
spiritual
you see this?
seances. You got to understand, these are practices that have been around long before they started choreographing society. We're talking about thousands and thousands of years. Things were happening here. It wasn't until the past 500 years that the world has gotten caught up into such wild, like nothing. Oh no, that's not real. That's fake. That's not real.
It's programming though. They started
Very
giving
much
us,
so.
yeah.
MK Ultra. Cloning. Whether they're cloning consciousness or literally cloning physical body. And now we know they're capable of doing both. You know, we got movies called Invasion of the Body Snatchers.
Yes. Prepping. They're only prepping our minds for what's
You got
what's really
TV
out there.
shows like The Walking Dead.
Right.
Like, is nobody paying attention to the fact that that show started in Atlanta, in the city of Atlanta, where the CDC is?
Yeah.
And there was a major outbreak. Apparently, there was a vaccine that had mutated, and then it turned everybody into this other stuff.
Right.
Isn't that how the show started?
Yeah, that's how I started. Yeah. Yeah. Come on now.
I'm just
They're
saying.
prepping. They're prepping.
Meanwhile, while we're in Atlanta, part of the reason why we're sick is because when Hurricane Helen hit, because we were there for the hurricane.
Yeah.
We weathered it out before we came back west. But there was a plant not far from the center of town where they just started burning the bleach and emitting the gas.
Yeah. Yeah.
How does that make sense? Because it literally filled all of the greater Atlanta area.
It literally did.
Why are you doing that? Why are you burning bleach and then emitting the toxic gas?
I don't think they did it on purpose.
Did it happen on accident?
It was.
I'm not talking about a forest fire. This was.
Yeah, right.
Why?
Yeah, right.
It was set on fire and they burning it.
Yeah.
They got everybody smoking and just drinking it.
Just take it. Yeah. Oh.
That shit don't f with you, G.
Yeah.
Shout out real street stars, nigga. Move. Hey.